loop is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Prescott looks to throw right away.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel out. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the middle, here's Elliott.
And a good job of finding the open space to... He's down close to the 30 here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now Prescott.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Cowboys hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. A give to Elliott running left. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They keep on the ground with Elliott.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
A gain of 3, second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They go to Elliott again. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go, here we go!
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
It's a room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Here's Huntley. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. At that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Huntley to throw.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. A gain of 22.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
To throw, Huntley.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary of today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
from just shy of midfield. Prescott under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott.
Finding Tolbert here over the middle.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Inside give to Elliott.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
From the red zone now, Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that went...
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
Well, throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down at the 18.
And Kelvin Joseph that time in on the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Micah Parsons.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Looking to throw. Huntley. Under pressure, they got him again.
Micah Parsons.
2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
He'll get this to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Off play action. Huntley. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Off the play fake. Huntley. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. First down, Prescott. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Prescott to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this one is incomplete.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third down, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Prescott on first down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And his kick is indeed good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Huntley.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front get...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing. Prescott.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Huntley. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They start on the ground with Elliott.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Elliott.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A first down carry by Elliott.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Elliott running right. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so.
Now a hit and a loose football. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup from 17 yards out.
And the Cowboys are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Running left is Walker. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. This offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Huntley. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
And they take a knee. The last two plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way.